Hey everyone, welcome back to Top 11 Official. So I want to talk to you about maximum player numbers and how this should drive your training. So let's go over to my players, and you can see they've all been training a little bit and they're going to get more stamina, and I'm going to use the rest by advertising and train them up. But what do I choose when I'm training them? So I could just choose all attack. Boom, boom, boom. Let's pretend I filled them all out. Click my players. Select zone. Boom. I can, but that's not totally right for all of them, because some of them might have maximum value. So lots of people talk about fast trainers and slow trainers. Yeah, that's a little bit true. There might be some numbers behind that tell you, like numbers that we don't see, that tell you, you know, my guy's training fast, my guy's training slow. But what I've started to notice, if I take my slow trainers, so for example, if I take Lindner, my top sniper, if I take him and I train him on attack, he gains nothing. Like, he might get a +1 every 5 turns. It's so hard to get something for him. But if I train him on defense or physical, he gains. He gains really quickly. And why? Well, let's go here. So on his cores, he has 238 right here. Well, his maximum amount he can actually have is 238. 188 is the max, plus 50 because of his tier. So he can't actually gain anything there. He can only gain there if I win some skills and I assign them. So almost all of these, like if you look at these, they're pretty much maxed out, right? All of them are over 238. 308 is because he won a couple scoring titles. But what do we have here? We have some lower stuff under 238. So let's take a look. It has the same maximum. Interesting. 125 plus 50, 175. Okay, so I can't increase that one. Let's look at aggression. There's no maximum for it. And right there, this one looks like 204. Is he at the maximum? 154 plus 50. Yep, pretty much. But his defense is not maxed. So if I want to train him on defense, he will gain a lot of tackling, marking, bravery. So I'm going to do a mixture of defense here for him. I'm only going to train him. And let's pick the drills. And I'm going to do a mixture of defense and physical. Okay, so let's go into physical for him. And he needed some strength, if I recall correctly, and some bravery. And then let's get him some defense. And it's not always the best thing to have, but he could use some heading, positioning. Who doesn't like that, eh? And crossing, heading. So those are things that he's not good at. Now let's see how he trains. Is he a slow trainer over here? Or is he going to actually gain some stuff, some items? Not looking good so far. Well, he got 1. He got 2, 3. And that's pretty good, to be honest. To get 3 skills in one go. Like, yeah, some of them said no. But some of them also said yes. And if I was to train my entire team, only a handful of guys would get 3 items. So I don't really believe in slow trainers and fast trainers. I just believe in guys who are maxed out and guys who aren't maxed out. So now we have another guy here. Let's go to our top dog on the team, Stephen Bent. There he is. I can't train him on anything because I got him as 2 positions and he's basically full. So I can only get items for him if I get him on crossing and finishing, because those are the only things that aren't maximized out. So let's train him. Why not? Let's try and prove our point again. So that was crossing and finishing. So if we go into attack, I think I have a good one here that does both. Wing play. Wing play does crossing. So this one right here, fast counter, does crossing and finishing. Let's see how we do by training him on all of that. And we don't have a game for a little bit, so I can kind of waste this sort of stuff and get it going. There we go. We got one. It was passing, though. It wasn't crossing, finishing. We're going to get a crossing finishing anywhere on him. Come on. There we got a crossing. Not bad. So this guy got 2. And those are my 2 slowest trainers. Why? Because they're both maxed out. But they're not maxed out at every skill. So you could actually train them, put them on all around skills and improve them. And why not? You see your guys move all over the field. Now, there is another thing to this, though. It will increase your team overall, and some people think that's a negative thing. Okay, so some people think high overall means tougher opponents next season when they draw you up. And that could be true. So anyways, I'm not saying that you should avoid it. I'm just saying look at your players' skills and decide where you want to train them. So another example, one last time, I'm going to look at, this is my top rookie on the team, Jeffrey Friend. And you can see he's kind of maxed out on a lot of stuff, but he's not maxed out. There he is, maxed out on tackling, actually. Maxed out on shooting. Yeah, he's pretty much maxed out on almost everything, okay? So it becomes really hard to increase him there because he is a mid and attacker, so he gets all of that. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you guys think about that, and like, subscribe, leave a comment.